These are 10 points in 10 minutes with Clint Callahan.
Hey everybody. So I was recently made aware that burnout has become a buzzword. But trust me, this is not a trivial matter. Burnout is a systemic collapse that extends its tendrils into all facets of your life. When I talk about burnout, it's not just your 9 to 5 routine that's in jeopardy. It's not just a byproduct of work stress. Burnout is multidimensional. It affects your finances, it affects your emotional well being, and your physical health. So, what are some ways that we can beat burnout? The first thing you have to do is identify the areas of your life where you feel the strain of burnout. Are your finances shaky? Are your emotional reserves running on empty? Are you neglecting your physical health? So, what do we need to do about that? Well, you need to begin to set achievable goals for each of these domains for the week ahead. Even if it's as straightforward as setting a budget or just dedicating 10 minutes a day to emotional reflection, the point is to take back control. Small steps will lead to substantial improvements, so don't underestimate the compounding effect of doing things one day at a time. The second thing to do is to begin to cultivate a proactive mindset. Prevention, as they say, is better than the cure. So, early identification of emotional and physical states will help you to steer everything in your life away from these treacherous waters of burnout. Well, how is this accomplished? What you need to do is begin to implement daily emotional and physical check ins. By doing this, you're creating your own personal dashboard. You can do this using journaling. This is an evidence based tool that can help you to identify your stress patterns over time. And by just ranking the thoughts and feelings you have in the morning and evening on a scale of 1 to 5, this will allow you to write it down, to dissect it. And remember, if you don't accept it, you can't own it. And if you don't own it, you can't even begin to fix it. Isolation is one of burnout's most insidious manifestations. When you retreat into a shell, you're cutting off a valuable lifeline. If you've been avoiding social gatherings or putting off calls to friends or family, let's begin to rewrite that script. By committing to one social interaction this week, be it a casual coffee with a friend or a simple phone call to a family member, these social bonds are very important because they act as buffers against burnout and stress. They are your emotional safety net. Neglecting self-care is ignoring a warning signal. This is not trivial. It's an SOS. Daily self-care, such as your personal hygiene, showering, and wearing clean clothes, is not a luxury. It's a necessity. You need to commit to do at least one act of self-care every day. Spend the first 5 minutes of your morning sketching out how you'll fit self-care into your day, whether it's through 10 minutes of mindfulness, a brisk walk, or reading. Make this a non-negotiable in your life. When we start to put distance between ourselves and our support network, know that it's a defensive tactic. It's an unconscious barrier that we erect to protect ourselves. But it's time to dismantle that wall. You need to choose a trusted confidant and express what you're feeling. Consistent communication is vital. Schedule regular check-ins with your support network. These dialogues can then be the lifelines that keep you afloat if you're floating in the seas of burnout. Mentally withdrawing from your professional responsibilities is another key marker of burnout. So how do you even begin to tackle that? Well, you need to integrate mini breaks into your daily routine. Step away from your desk, take a walk, or do some deep breathing. By reorienting yourself and regaining focus, this will allow you to concentrate on those tasks that bring you a sense of fulfillment and excitement. And these tasks will begin to reignite your passion and offer a much needed break from the mundane and the routine. You don't need to turn your life upside down to begin to see change. By aiming for just 1% improvement in any aspect of your life, you can begin to build from there. That 1% adds up, and eventually you're looking at a transformation. And by consistently documenting your progress using tracking tools or journaling, the point is that you will begin to see, even in the smallest way, that you're beginning to move forward. This is something we often forget to do when we're beginning to change. So I want you to consider the power of just 15 minutes a day dedicated to improving yourself. That's just 1%, but it can and will lead to a profound transformation over time. The key is to be consistent and to rotate your focus. Perhaps today is about self-compassion, tomorrow is about family reconnection, and the day after is about professional development and engagement. By keeping that wheel turning, each aspect will continue to get the attention that it needs. Change is not a myth. It is a byproduct of constant effort. A continuous record of your journey serves as the concrete evidence that you need. By taking photographs, doing journal entries, or doing blog posts, this will help you to document the path that you've taken. By sharing your progress with a trusted friend or family member, or sometimes even just putting it up on social media, will help to give you external perspectives and will give you valuable insight and hopefully encouragement as well. So let's touch on setbacks. These are not defeats. These are the data points that you need on your journey towards recovery and growth. When setbacks occur, and they will occur, this is when you engage in self-compassionate dialogue. Recognize the temporary nature of this detour and redirect your path back to where you're trying to get to. And don't forget to celebrate those small victories along the way. Every step forward is a step towards the better version of you that you're striving for. Remember, you're not navigating this labyrinth of burnout alone. I'm here, your friends are here, and your family members are here who understand and support your journey if you give them the chance. For more resources, please visit my link tree at smallchangesbigimpact.the4 and the letter U, or you can just give me a text at 719-900-4323.
And here are 10 points in 10 minutes with Clint Callahan.